Hi, class. I chose police civil liabilities to be one of those issues that we have to address in our society because in the last few years, as you know, we've had a lot of issues with police misconduct and using force, deadly force, in situations where the offender or the accused do not have a weapon. I give an example: Corey Jones, for instance. Um, the police officer came on scene. He didn't um, say who he was. The person that was at the scene was, of course, afraid of what was to happen, because the police officer did not identify himself, didn't have a badge, then he was in an unmarked vehicle. So in turn, there was a death caused by this. So one of the things that I I thought about was body worn cameras, and I think that body worn cameras will be an essential tool for officers because it will record any situation or any stops that are made or chases or anything of that manner that will cause physical harm. It could cause property damages, or anything that the company will be liable for and could be sued for. And one of the things that I noticed when I was doing my research is that California did a study, and it's called the Rialto study. And in that study, they noticed that there was a reduction in complaints, and there was also a reduction in use of force because of the cameras. And so that's why I think that this is an essential tool for the police department. I also think because of this study, California has seen a reduction of 90% in police complaints from the county or from society or from the community. So I think that all in all is a win-win situation when having body cameras. I think that the community will feel safe because of it, and I also think that the police officers will be protected while doing their job. So I think these two things will help in reducing the liabilities in police work. I also um, looked at another issue that I think that, or a second liability that I think that would help, is police internal liabilities. And with police internal liabilities, we see that there's different things that could happen. You could have sexual harassment, racism, even sexual tryst, and that's an odd one to even talk about because I never heard of it. But sexual tryst is one that and male or female officers that has a relationship with another officer's spouse. Yeah, that could also cause civil liabilities and up to termination or even um, civil civil actions against the officers because the department did not act on it or didn't discipline the officer that that caused the heartache. So I think that this is one issue that I think that could reduce civil liabilities, and one way that that could happen is by ethics training. And ethics training is one that the company holds throughout the year, anyways, but it'll focus on certain issues. It identifies the and addresses parts of what's going on. It holds them accountable for their actions, and they have to also accept responsibility for the outcomes of their issues or their liability or what happened um, during their work week. So so these issues, are definitely addressed during the ethics training. So I think these are two things that the departments should continue to implement, and also why broaden um, how far it needs to go. Um, because of this, departments have a lot of lawsuits, and I think that if they determine that this is an issue, then they need to address it and help um, reduce it by doing these two things. So, in summing up my presentation, I feel that these two things that I mentioned will help reduce civil liabilities in the police department, and also while working on the streets for officers. Um, I just think that it's necessary, and we need to do it in order to protect not only our community but the police officer, him or herself, while serving. I thank you for this opportunity to do this presentation, and good luck to everyone in class.